covering the Northern Bahamas. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
Welcome back. The government is continuing its efforts to prepare young people for the workforce. Another cycle of the Fresh Start program is winding down on Grand Bahama. The 4-month-long Workplace Readiness Initiative, which was established back in 1991, continues to mold and shape the future leaders of the country. Sabrina Brown has more.
75 young people are enrolled in the current Fresh Start program. More than 30 business students will begin their internship next week. Youth coordinator at the Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture, Carla Brown-Roker, says this phase of the program is significant.
We would have taken care of the first phase, which was the technical skills and soft skills. And right now we are tooling them to ensure that their attitudes and their conduct is appropriate for the workplace, and we want to make them very aware of what employers are looking for and to ensure that they deliver on those.
7 participants in the butlering and bartending course have already secured employment. Branding strategist Chelsea Johnson encouraged the young people to focus on career planning rather than just securing a job. The Workplace Readiness Program targets areas such as attitude, customer service, and overall appearance.
These are our future. And if we don't prepare them, then we have no future. If they don't have the proper skills in place, then it's going to become a challenge to our society and moving our society forward in this century. These future employees will be a part of your brand. And so now they have to act a part of your brand, and that includes the workplace atmosphere, the workplace culture, and so being dressed in the part, having the right attitude to convey to the customer and to the community is so important.
Brown-Roker says the government has invested some $170,000 in this cycle of the program. She says over the years, some 70% of participants have secured employment as a result of the Fresh Start program. Due to the success of this initiative, the ministry is looking to expand its offering.
The Honorable Michael Pintard is seriously looking at how can we touch even more young persons in Grand Bahama by offering Fresh Start, Job Ready, Self-Starter, and all of the programs that can build young people several times during the year.
Sabrina Brown, ZNS Network News.
A local outreach organization true to its mandate of assisting the less fortunate in the community, those at the forefront saying a big thank you to corporate Grand Bahama during a ceremony and awards presentation dubbed the Caring Awards. Megan Shepard reports.
The Lord's Shelter has been feeding the less fortunate on Grand Bahama for several years, and recently Pastor Grace Shepard established a charity for the disabled. She says as she goes about her work on the island, she often comes in contact with families that are hurting, and it is her desire to help as many people as possible, which keeps the outreach program going.
Many disabled are out there with, they're just struggling. At least he's fortunate in the sense that he's got the spirit to try and go out there and do something, and he's keen to support himself. But there are a lot of people out there who can't support themselves, and they go to bed hungry all the time. They have to rely on somebody giving them a gallon bottle to cleanse themselves sometimes. Or, you know, there are like a few hundred people like that, at least, that I have met. So I just wanted to highlight a part of the cause and why we're here.
Shepard explaining to the sponsors in attendance that while helping these families through the feeding program is important, she wants to expand her efforts through more empowering strategies.
We do a lot of feeding, and we thank you for that. But I do believe that we have to try and do more to help people help themselves. So we're hoping to do something like called the God's Family Business Network, where we can help people start up little cottage industries in their homes. They can make little products for tourists, for example, which we can market locally and internationally. And that's enough to support a family because we have so many single moms that we work with. They have 5, 6 kids, sometimes more. And they're hungry. And these days there's like 15, 16 people staying in a room, 2 families together or whatever. So, you know, it's hard to feed everyone.
President of the Grand Bahama Christian Council, Reverend Peter Pinder, on hand at the Caring Awards to help distribute the certificates of appreciation. He too thanked the sponsors for their contributions.
There are lots of needy people, but praise God, there are lots of people who are reaching out to those who are in need. And those of you who are here today is just a sample of the many people who give of themselves for other people. And so I would want to add my big thank you to all of you for what you do.
Megan Shepard, ZNS Network News.
A Bahamian stage play put on by a Christian-based performing arts company is coming to the Regency Theater this weekend, covering a number of topics. The main one, relationships. Our Kimberly Mullings has the details.
Productions has a goal to bring Christ to the center stage in a realistic way. In the Middle was written by Samantha Forbes nearly 9 years ago. She says at that time she was going through a transition in her life.
Our church, which is a Call to Holiness Ministries, Agape House, they asked for us to do something for the married couple ministry. And seeing that I love to write, writing has always been a zone for me. You know, I felt inspired to write the play. It was a song that I heard called In the Middle, and I said I would make a good name for a play, and the ideas just started rolling in. And then we put on the play. We put on the play about 3 times for our ministry, and it has gotten excellent response, and so we feel like we should step out on faith and just bring it to the community for others to be blessed by it.
Centered on relationships and the things which can get in the middle of them, Forbes says each of the 6 couples in the play will face various real-life challenges.
Life naturally presents challenges. Marriage, the family, is the backbone for society. When God created the home, He did not create the 4 walls of a church. He created a husband and a wife to advance His kingdom in the earth. And of course we live in a fallen world. We have issues, we have difficulties, a lot of stuff that get in the middle. But we want people to realize that despite all of the challenges, you could allow Christ to be in the middle and not necessarily the challenges.
In the Middle features a cast of 16 persons from various churches on the island and is directed by Kenrick Blatch, who encourages all to come on out.
It's been a privilege and an honor to be a part of In the Middle. My partner and myself, Sam, I'm the writer of the production. We pretty much sat down and we kind of plotted it out, and you know, everything just came in line. So for me, it's a blessing. It's an honor just to be a part of these wonderful people and to direct them to, hey, give you a good show. You can expect it all. Like I say, you're going to laugh, you're going to cry, you're going to everything. You know, it's something in there for everybody, you know, and we just want to encourage everybody to just, you know, come on out.
Kimberly Mullings, ZNS Network News.
Thanks, Kim. Don't go away. A check on sports is up next with Ricardo Lightbourne.